Happy New Year, everybody. This is Raven. Welcome back to the Nest. What I'll be doing for you all today is my first monthly budget for 2022. We are officially in January of 2022 and I'm so excited. I'm happy for all the things that will be coming, excited to see all the things come, ready to do all the things. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm of course using my new budget planner for the year, and I just already like the setup. Like the little preparing that I did for today's video just kind of showed me that this new budgeting method and system that I'll be doing is going to be super helpful for me. So let's go ahead and just get into the first thing. So again, I don't do a lot of this stuff on camera only because I feel it would be quite boring, because you all would just essentially be watching me write. I mean, maybe I can chit chat and talk while I'm writing, but yeah. So this is the monthly layout for January. Of course, my budget planner, it is undated, so you can kind of start it wherever you want to start. The budget planner is available in my Etsy shop, which is linked down below. So this is the monthly spread page. So I went in and I kind of numbered and all of that. I did think about doing stickers to do the numbering and then for the date, well, the month at the top, but I just went ahead and wrote it in for this month, and I may do some stickers or something starting in February. We'll see. So I went ahead and, like I said, wrote all the numbers in, and then I went through and detailed everything that I have due for this month. Now, you kind of see me doing some new stuff here that I wasn't doing before. I highlighted these two things here that are due on the 5th and on the 6th. My car note is due on the 5th, and then I have the gym membership coming out on the 6th. These two things technically do not fall within a paycheck that I get in January because I am paid bi-weekly. My two pay dates are here on the 7th and the 21st. So technically, you know, the 5th and the 6th, which like I said is my car note and gym membership, those two things are paid out of my paycheck, my last paycheck from December, which I was paid on December 24th. So essentially money for that will come from that paycheck, which is why I kind of like separated that off from the other things that are here. Then something else new you see is I cordoned off different sections of the month. So essentially, like I said, since I'll be paid on the 7th, everything from the 7th through the 21st is going to be covered by, you know, money that I get here. And then anything from the 21st, pretty much the rest of the month, 21st through the rest of the month, will essentially come from money that I get on the 21st for my payday. And then I do have another payday thrown in here on the 10th. That is my part-time paycheck. So that one's kind of just added in here. I didn't cordon off anything for that particular paycheck, but it is there. So I listed out here. I did not put total amounts on here because I just like to just really kind of get a feel for what the month is going to look like from a monthly view. So I did write in black are just bills that are due. In red, I have debt payments, which I only technically have 3 debt payments. No. Well, technically 3. We're talking about personal budget. I have 3 debt payments, and then I do have a business credit card that is due on the 14th of the month. This is something new that you all haven't typically seen me do in my budget. I've had a business credit card for probably the past 6 months or so, but I pay that strictly out of income from, you know, my side hustles, like my Etsy shop, all that kind of jazz. So, but I did want to start putting it on here just to kind of keep it in the back of my mind that it is due, because essentially this is the only business expense that I pay each month. Well, I don't say the only business expense I have a couple, because I have like Canva subscription, Adobe subscription, TubeBuddy, and one other thing. I think I have like 4 or 5 business subscriptions each month that total up to maybe 60, 70 bucks a month, but I have them all being paid on this credit card. So I wanted to kind of make things as simple as possible when it came to the business. So I just put everything to come out of that business credit card, and I just pay it once a month for my proceeds of my side hustles. So like I said, I just wanted to put it in here just to kind of keep it in the back of my mind that that is due on the 14th of each month. So then my other 3 debts are, of course, my car note, Regional One, and then the Citibank card, which is my last credit card that I have to pay off. I highlighted these 2 things here. This is for T-Mobile, due on the 15th, and then Paramount, due on the 22nd. The reason why I highlighted these 2 things is because it's possible that these 2 things will be going away for this month. Definitely T-Mobile, because I am switching to Mint Mobile. I've already purchased the plans per se for that. And I think I purchased like 6 months worth because they had a promotion during Black Friday, and I think the promotion is still going on where you, if you buy 3 months worth of service, you get 3 months for free. So I have a total of 6 months of service with them, and I only paid, you know, half the price for that. So I will be switching to that. I just have not activated the plan because you can, you know, purchase the plans and then you activate them with, you know, whatever phones you have. So I have not activated it yet, but I plan to do that hopefully this week. But because of the way that T-Mobile and every other maybe major phone carrier does, I already have a bill that was pretty much accumulated from, I guess, the first day of the billing cycle, which was maybe like at the end of November, and then end of November, and then through the end of December. I guess that's how the cycle, I think that's how my cycle runs, the end of the month to the next end of the month, something like that. So I do have a bill that's already been generated and due on the 15th, but essentially this should be my last T-Mobile bill. I should not have one for February. I might, since I still have the plan, probably for like the first couple of days. So the bill shouldn't be, if I do get one in February, it shouldn't be as extensive as like my usual bill, because my usual bill for them is like $117. So it probably will be a fraction of that because it'll only be for just a couple of days. So that is why I highlighted that here. And then Paramount Plus is a streaming app that I have to watch certain shows. I highlighted it here because I think I'm going to cancel it. So it's possible that I may not even have to pay this on the 22nd. I only had Paramount Plus so that I could watch Star Trek Discovery, and I just watched Thursday's episode. It comes on every Thursday. So I just watched Thursday's episode yesterday, and at the end of that episode they pretty much announced that they were going to be taking a, you know, one of those mid-season breaks or whatever. So it actually will not be back on until February. I think like mid-February, something like that. I can't remember. But I'm like, well, I only have it just to watch that one show. Well, I'm gonna say just that one show. There is a couple other things on there that I will watch, but I really only got it to watch Star Trek Discovery. So I may actually cancel it for this month because that's pretty much $10, $11 I can keep in my pocket, which it may not seem like a lot, but when you are a person that's budgeting and trying to make sense of your money and make your money make sense and control where your money is going, it definitely does, you know, make a difference. So I highlighted this because I'm probably going to go ahead and cancel it. And then whenever it starts back up in February, I will resubscribe from February through, it's probably going to run, once it starts back in February, it will probably run until maybe April. Probably maybe April or May, I would think, and then the season will probably be over at that point. So that's why I highlighted that, because I may need to cancel that. So this is essentially my monthly setup, and we're going to go ahead and move to the next phase. All right, so let's go ahead and get to the monthly overview page. Now this is the page that's going to kind of detail out my income for the month. We're going to tally up all of our monthly outgoing, and then we will do a budgeted amount here. And then lastly, on this monthly overview page, we will do our to-dos and considerations. So I have technically 4 sources of income. I have my full-time job. That's going to be paycheck number 1. Full-time number 2. And then I have part-time, and then we have, I'm probably going to find another name for this, but we're just going to call it online income. We're just going to call it online income for now. So for my paychecks for my full-time job, you will see a slight decrease from what they used to be, because for the new year, and I try to do this at the beginning of every new year, I try to adjust my what I want to say, shoot, I want to adjust my retirement amount, and then also our new benefits start this month. So there was I want to say there was a slight increase from, and it wasn't much, it really was not a huge increase on the cost of our benefits, but it was a little bit of an increase for that. So you will see kind of a shifting, whereas my paycheck was a little bit more previously, whereas now it's going to be a little bit less, but it's fine with me because I do need my benefits. And then I always have it in my mind to kind of increase my retirement contributions each year, because we do tend to get performance raises at my job usually once a year. It won't happen for us until later in the year because they have to, I guess, tally up all of our, I don't know, revenue or whatever for the previous year. So we usually don't get it until later into the year. So let's go ahead and put down my income for the full-time job. So for my first paycheck is going to be $2,069.52. Second paycheck will be $2,109.50. Supposed to be 53 cents. Why did I put 25 cents? That's going to be 53 cents. Now my part-time income, because I am paid, oh, and I know these numbers for my paychecks simply because I am salaried, and my paychecks are always the same for my full-time job. That is why I know the exact amounts for that. Part-time, and these numbers could be a little bit off. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I calculated it correctly because I just took what my usual paychecks was, then I made sure to subtract the amount that I increased my retirement for, as well as the difference between what I was paying for my benefits last year to what I'll be paying for this year. So I'm pretty sure these numbers are accurate. I try to make sure that my math is accurate, but like I said, that I'm pretty sure that that's accurate. But anyway, so part-time income, because I'm paid monthly for this, I typically always know at the beginning of the month what my paycheck is going to be for my job. So this is going to be for income that I worked in December. So this is going to be a straight 700. And the reason why it's to the dollar, my part-time job, it's an independent contractor position, so they do not take out taxes, no benefits, no nothing. I just get straight pay, so I have to figure out my own taxes. And what I do is I just take a 22% amount out of my paycheck, and I go ahead and round it up to the nearest dollar, and I take off all the cents as well. So so that is what I will have after I take out the tax amount. So that's going to be $700. Online income, I do want to briefly pause here and say thank you to everyone that has patronized my Etsy shop for those savings challenges. You guys have really showed up and showed out. I had one of my highest selling months in December that I've ever had. So I definitely want to send a special shout out to all of you, all of my subscribers, everyone, like I said, that patronized my shop. I could not do any of this without you. So last month I budgeted $600 for online income, and I significantly exceeded that last month, which again, like I said, shouts out to you all. So I'm going to budget again for $600. I normally was budgeting $300, but I'm going to budget $600. So let's go ahead and calculate up our estimated income. So we're going to do 2069.52 plus 2109.53 plus 700 plus 600. So that is going to be $5,479.05 total. And I'm actually going to go ahead and write it down here in the budgeted for income. So we're going to say $5,479.05. All right. So let's move on to our monthly outgoing. We're going to first start with our bills. Now, I have already filled out my monthly bill and debt tracker. This is just essentially a page where I list out all of my bills and my debts, the amounts, the due dates, and then there is a column here to check off when it is paid. And I actually can go ahead and check off for my car note, because I know it's not due to the 5th, and the 5th is not until next week. But whichever paycheck this car note falls under, I just go ahead and pay it when I get paid. So this was actually paid on December 24th. So that's already been paid. But let's go ahead and calculate up our amounts here. So for bills, we're going to be doing everything in the black because everything in the red is considered debt. So let's go ahead and do our bills first. So we're going to have gym membership at $44.99, Trupanion at $45.68, Xfinity at $68.85, my car insurance at $129.24, T-Mobile is $117.55, Peacock is going to be $10.94. That is something that's new that you're seeing. It's another streaming service that I signed up for. I stream a lot of TV. So let's do renter's insurance for $17.68. MLGW, I don't know the exact bill amount because we haven't gotten our bill yet for January, but I'm going to budget what I always tend to budget, which is $250. Then Paramount is $10.95, but again, no, $10.94, but again, that may be something that gets canceled before it's even due, but we're going to add it in just in case. Amazon Music is $1.08, AT&T $50, Netflix is at $19.70, Hulu is at $14.69, and then Blink, which is a new one as well, that is for our camera system at the house. That is going to be $10.98. So we have our total for bills and expenses, well, bills rather, is at $792.32. So cash envelopes. And I had to revamp, well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to. I revamped my cash envelopes for 2022 to include, and I'm actually going to zoom in a bit so you all can really see. So these are my new cash envelopes. Many of them are carryovers. The only ones that are kind of new is going to be for my allowance and for eating out. I did go ahead and step that out. So I wanted to have categories for that because I was kind of balling out of control in those two sections. So I figured we need to do a cash envelope for it. We're just going to do it, bite the bullet, and yeah. So my cash envelope categories are going to be gas, which gets $45 a week. Eating out is going to get $30. Groceries get $60 a week. Personal, which is personal care. So it's going to be like my deodorant, soaps, all those kind of things. That gets $15 a month. Household, which is going to be things like toilet tissue, toilet paper, laundry detergent, all that kind of stuff. $15 a week. I don't know if I said month on those, but these are all weekly amounts. So household, we're going to be $15. My allowance is going to be $60 a week. So, and you'll get to see kind of this more in detail when I get ready to do my weekly budget setup and my cash envelopes for the week. But I use this in order to tally up how many denominations of each bill that I need. So moving down to my total, so I'm putting forth a total of $225 a week in cash envelopes. So for the month of January, I will be doing my cash envelopes and weekly budget setups. I will be doing those on Saturdays. Hence, I will need to take my cash out of the bank every Saturday of the month to set up for the following week. So there are a total of 5 Saturdays in the month of January. So that means each Saturday, I will need to take out $225 from the bank. So let's go ahead and calculate that up. So $225 times 5, because like I said, there's 5 Saturdays this month. That's going to be $1,124. So for cash envelopes, that's $1,125. Now debts, I do have my debts here. we have my car note. We have plus Regional 1 at 25, plus Citibank at 57. So that's going to be 482 for debts. And then savings, I need to check something for savings. So savings, I'm only going to count here set savings, which for my sinking funds for this year, if you all did not get a chance to see my video regarding setting up my sinking funds and everything, I will link that right above. But these are all my sinking funds, and I only have 2 sinking funds where I put a set amount each paycheck. So that's going to be my sinking fund for Canaan, which gets $25 each paycheck, and then car maintenance gets $25 each paycheck. So that is a total of $50 each paycheck. So that is going to be, and the reason why I say only these 2 get set amounts for each paycheck is because these other sinking funds are going to be funded using my savings challenges for the year. So that's going to be kind of variable additions to these sinking funds. But like I said, these are the only 2, the one for Canaan and then the one for car maintenance. These are the only 2 that's going to get a set amount each payday. So I have a total of 3 paydays in the month of January. I have 2 part-time checks and I have I have 2 full-time checks and 1 part-time check. So it's going to be 3 checks. So we get $50 each paycheck. So it's going to be $50 times 3. That is $150. So that's $150 in set savings for the month. So let us go ahead and calculate up all of my outgoing. So that's $792.32 for my bills, plus $1,125 for cash envelopes, plus $482 for debt, and plus $150 for my savings. Well, set savings. So that's going to bring us to a total of $2,549.32. And then budgeted outgoing, we're going to add that here, $2,549.32. So we're going to go ahead and calculate up what our remaining would be for the month. So $5,479.05 minus $2,549.32. That is going to leave us with a budgeted remaining of $2,929.73. Now, where that money actually goes, the remaining amount, it goes into various different things. So this is where we're going to account for my sinking funds for the month, because remember, my sinking funds are not already calculated into this. So we're going to have to pull money for our sinking funds from here. I think I have something else to consider for this month as well. Canaan has a vet appointment that will have to be cash flowed through here. And then I will likely be making some extra debt payments towards my Citibank card, but I will do that at the very end of the month once I really see how much I have left over at the end of the month, once everything comes out, including Canaan's vet appointment. And I think I need to get new glasses in January, which most of it's going to be covered by insurance, but I will have an out-of-pocket portion that I have to pay. So these things are what will be kind of cash flowed out of this remaining amount. Sinking funds, savings challenges, which will go towards my sinking funds, Canaan's vet appointment, my glasses, and anything else that may come up. I don't anticipate anything else coming up, but I do know those 3 things: savings challenges, Canaan's vet appointment, and my glasses. So let's go ahead and move to my to-dos and considerations. So to-do list. The very first thing that's going on the to-do list is going to be my parlay with Uncle Sam. And that's just a fancy way for me to say I need to file my taxes, which I usually file my taxes like right at the end of January. Usually whenever opens up, that is when I file taxes. If it does not open up in January, or I don't have all of my documents, I usually have all my documents within like the first 2.5 to 3 weeks of the month. And then I try to go ahead and just file it just so it won't be late, and you know, so I'm good. If that does not happen this month, this will be a carryover to do to February. Other to-dos, I don't really have any other to-dos as far as finances. I mean, I don't, but things may come up later in the month, but we'll see. Considerations for the month, I have Kanan's vet appointment. I think I mentioned that. I'm not sure how much it's going to be, but he goes twice. Outside of times when he's sick, he goes twice a year for his biannual appointments. He gets his heartworm shot. He gets whatever other vaccines he needs to get, and they weigh him, they check, you know, they do all their stuff they're supposed to do. And I want to say I usually pay like under $200. It's like $180 something. But he goes twice a year for that, and it's usually always in January and July. So he's going for that. And then I need to consider my glasses and contacts. And then there was something else. Kanan's vet appointment, glasses and contacts. That may have been it as far as considerations. Oh, and my brother's birthday is this month. Okay, my brother's birthday. I think that is it. I think that's everything. All right, so let's go ahead and set up our debt payoff tracker. I do have my sinking fund tracker, but I will set this up on Money Monday because that's kind of how I want to incorporate that. I want to do my update for my sinking funds, update for my savings challenges, and update towards investments. I want to do all that on Monday for Money Monday. I think that's how I'm going to set that up. So I will not do sinking fund tracker today, but I will do debt payoff tracker today. So I need to find my phone because I don't know what the balance is on my car. All right, so first we're going to start as far as with our debt payoff tracker. We are going to start with my car loan. So I'm going to put on here car loan and date. We're going to put today's date. Starting balance on it is going to be $9,837.21. This does not include what I already paid for what's due in January, or is it? I think it does, but I probably will end up putting a little bit more towards it this month, so we will see. But anyway, so there is that. My next loan, well, debt that we're going to put on here is going to be, where are you? Goodness, I'm trying to do stuff on my phone and I'm just not even ready. So next one we're going to do is we're going to do my Citibank, and today's date is the 1st. Starting balance on Citibank, let's go, is going to be $1,856.81. So yeah, that's going to be for Citibank. And then my last debt is actually Regional 1. And the starting balance on that one is $1,768.15. And Regional 1, that's actually a medical debt that I have from when I had a surgery. I had oral surgery and I had to have it in the hospital. So that is essentially my balance that's left to be paid off for that. So these are going to be my 3 debts that I will be tracking throughout the month as I put extra payments towards them. Might put some extra payments towards them, may not. The only one that may get some extra payments definitely is Citibank, on top of just the regular monthly payment. These two usually don't get like extra payments throughout the month, but who knows? I might get a windfall this month. Let's manifest some windfalls. That may happen. All right, guys, so that is it. This is my entire monthly budget set up for January 2022, first budget of the month. If you guys enjoyed this video, definitely give me a thumbs up. If you're not already a subscriber, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you do not miss any more of my videos. Thanks, guys. Peace.